The universe was bored. After billions of years just existing, expanding, spinning, collapsing, it had a strange idea. What if I felt something? So it made stars. Then planets. And then, for some mysterious reason, you. Yes, you. Anxious. Insecure. And at the same time, capable of love, creation, and imagining the impossible. The universe was bored. And it made you just to see what would happen. Before time, there was no time. No space. No matter. No memes. Just absence. And then, from nothing, literally everything. The Big Bang. A cosmic creative outburst. No blueprint. No audience. Just an explosion of possibilities. Atoms started clinging to each other, forming stars, galaxies, black holes, and one quiet question behind it all. How far can this go? Spoiler, it went far. It made you. Here's the most impressive trick. Everything you see is almost nothing. 95% of the universe is invisible. Dark matter. Dark energy. Or, as science sometimes calls it, we don't know, but it sounds cool. You live inside a mystery. Surrounded by forces you don't understand. And still, you laugh at cat videos. That's admirable. Stars live. Suffer. Die. And leave pieces of themselves behind. The iron in your blood? Forged in the heart of a dying star. The oxygen you breathe? Leftover from a cosmic collapse. You are a beautiful scar from the death of something massive. You carry ancient light in your bones. And yet, you sometimes forget that when the Wi-Fi's down. Eventually, the universe got what it wanted. Consciousness. People. Who look up and say, whoa. Or, this gives me an existential crisis. We built religions. Telescopes. TikToks. We search for meaning, even if we're not sure there is one. And that's beautiful. Even surrounded by absurdity, we still tell stories. We fall in love. We suffer. We eat chocolate at midnight. You are the universe trying to understand itself, with earbuds in. You think. Dream. Wonder if you're doing this whole life thing right. And sometimes feel something so big, you don't know where it comes from. Maybe the universe didn't make you out of boredom. Maybe, out of curiosity. What if I put emotion in these molecules? What if this particle cried during a song? Consciousness is an uncomfortable miracle. But it's what turns chaos into meaning. So yes. The universe was bored. And now, it watches, silently, as you laugh, cry, love, and ask why? Maybe you'll never know. But maybe the question matters more than the answer. Because in the end, you're not here to explain the universe. You're here to feel it. And that is already something extraordinary. The universe was bored. So it made you. But now that you're here, what do you do with that? You exist. You breathe. You blink awkwardly in bathroom mirrors, trying to remember what day it is. You scroll past your own thoughts, hoping someone else figured it out first. But there's no instruction manual. No cosmic pop-up message that says, "Welcome to existence. Here's what you're supposed to do." So you guess. You improvise. You cry over movie scenes and argue about pineapple on pizza. You find meaning in moments no one else notices. And you carry on. Because something inside you whispers, there has to be more. But what if there isn't? What if the real miracle is that you're still wondering? Most life forms on this planet never ask why they exist. They just exist. You ask. And that alone makes you weird. but also wonderful. You were made not to know, but to ask. Not to solve, but to feel. You are an experiment in uncertainty. A symphony of contradictions. Joy wrapped in anxiety. Hope tangled with fear. And the universe? It watches. Amused. Intrigued. Maybe proud. Let's talk about meaning. The big question. The one philosophers and late-night YouTubers wrestle with. What is the purpose of life? Here's a thought. Maybe asking that is the purpose. Because you, strange human, keep going even when you don't know why. You make playlists. You plant trees. You help strangers carry groceries. You scream into pillows. You fall in love. You make art out of pain and jokes out of trauma. That's not meaningless. That's magnificent. Now, about those emotions of yours. Where did they come from? Some say chemicals. Others say childhood. But maybe, just maybe, they're cosmic. Think about it. You're made of stars. Literally. Your atoms were forged in the collapse of something ancient. So when you feel, it's not small. It's not random. It's the universe feeling itself through you. Every heartbreak, every joy, every tear that falls into a sink at 2:47 a.m. It's the cosmos checking in. You're not broken. You're alive. And that's not a flaw, it's a feature. Because the truth is, you were never meant to be perfect. Just real. You don't need to transcend your humanity. You need to honor it. The shaky hands. The overthinking. The weird laugh. The aching hope. That's your language. That's your rhythm. That's your proof. And maybe you're thinking, but I'm just one person. Exactly. One. Singular. Irrational. Magical. You don't need to be the sun. Sometimes you're the flicker in someone else's dark. And that is cosmic. Let's pause here in this exact second and remember something. You're spinning on a rock. Around a giant fireball. In a vacuum. Surrounded by dark matter. Trying to figure out how to pay rent. And you still say thank you when someone holds the door. That's divine. You smile. You forgive. You start over. You are proof that the universe didn't just create life. It created kindness, connection, compassion. And that's what makes it all worth it. So what now? Now, you live. You make breakfast like it matters. You water plants and say hello to the moon. You call your friend back. You write that message you were afraid to send. You hold someone a little longer than usual. Because that's the real work. The sacred work. To exist and still choose love. To wake up and still choose meaning. To not know and still continue. That's what the universe made you for. So laugh. Cry. Paint badly. Dance terribly. Mess up. Apologize. Try again. Build something. Break something. Fix something. Feel everything. And if the void ever whispers, why bother? You whisper back. Because I'm here. And that is enough. The universe was bored. So it made you. Now it watches. Not as a distant god or a disinterested void. But like an artist watching their favorite creation. Messy. Chaotic. Brilliant. Because in all of time, across every galaxy, there has never been, and will never be, another you. And maybe, just maybe, that's exactly what the universe needed.